lords of modern freestyle running, or parkour, as it has come to be known by pretentious douchebags the world round, could not have existed without the likes of one man, Mr. Sebastian Abdollah Kumar Smith. In July of 1972, Mr. Smith started a movement that would later take the world by storm and be featured in countless movies.
I was on the set of The Way of the Dragon with my dear friends Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, and we were all just hanging out one day while they were filming, and we were practicing, rehearsing some scenes, and I was helping with the stunt coordination, as I typically did for Bruce's movies. And he did this roundhouse kick that Chuck ended up taking later on. But he loved this roundhouse kick, and as he did the kick, I slipped. So as I slipped, I kind of pivoted and twisted, bounced off one hand, and kind of corkscrewed back up to my feet. And he was in awe. He just couldn't believe that I had done something like that. From then on, in between takes, and in the downtime when they're filming other scenes, Bruce, Chuck, and I, and a few of the other stunt coordinators, and several of the other more athletically gifted actors, we would just play around. We were just having fun, you know. It was the early 70s. We were just goofing around, having a good old time, trying to enjoy ourselves. So this is what we did for fun.
Now by June of 1983, freestyle running had exploded into a professional, full-fledged sport.
Yes. I believe it was actually June. We started, a couple of friends and I, we started the Freestyle Running League. And what we would do is we actually had a few judges, and you did exactly as the word described. It was freestyle. You did whatever you wanted to do, whatever struck you at the moment, whether it was planned or you know, whatever. It didn't really matter. You just went. You just ran. Bouncing off walls, corkscrews, cartwheels, whatever you wanted to do. You just ran. And the judges would judge us, and the winners would get prizes, and eventually you got to the point where you were getting sponsorships, and we were big. LA Gear was a big sponsor in the later years. It was great fun. We just enjoyed ourselves, jumping and bouncing and running and have what you, or whatever, you know what I mean? It was just a good time.
And then in October of 1990, you suffered a catastrophic injury.
One of our competitions, I wasn't doing too well, and I knew I needed to pull out something big. I knew it needed to be massive to win this competition. This was a huge competition. The winner was going to get $500. I mean, this was just one of the biggest competitions we had ever in the history of the Freestyle Running League. So as I was coming up with it, it was just a spur of the moment kind of thing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try the Double McFish Twisty Deluxe.
Alright, man. Sebastian, you ready?
Let's do this, man.
Alright, man. Let's do it.
Here it is.
Oh, oh, sh! You alright, man? Oh, sh! Oh, sh!
And I went down and I hit the ground like a bag of bricks. And I knew it. It was painful. It was brutal. And I'm tearing my ACL, my MCL, and my PCL. And I was in rehab for months and months. And honestly, I didn't think I would ever run again. And eventually, after talking with my good friend Chuck Norris, he said, Sebastian, what in the hell are you doing? You are a legend. Sebastian, you are my hero. He He said, "Get off your keister and do what you need to do to get back to where you were." And I said, "You know what? You know what, Chuck? You're right. You're right."
And in July of 1992, 2 long years after your injury, you finally returned.
I returned. But things weren't the same. I was feeling good, almost as good as I ever felt, but things weren't the same. In my absence, the league, the sport, it just wasn't the same. It had become corrupt. There were too many people in the league, too many people in the sport that were trying to make a buck. It was no longer about fun. It was no longer about the love of running, the love of freestyle running.
May of 93 is when you finally walked away.
And it just, your heart wasn't in it anymore. They took everything I loved and shat on it. And it killed me inside. And as much as I loved the sport and loved the league, I had to walk away.
You spent 10 long years away. What finally convinced you to come back?
Well, in 94, I moved into a cabin up in the Alaskan wilderness, living out there all by myself, in peace and quiet. And I didn't run. For probably 4 years, I didn't run. I just sat there and watched time fly by. And I watched the deer and the antelope play. And I got a phone call one day, and it was Chuck Norris. And he told me, "Sebastian, what are you doing? You're just... what the f*** are you doing?" And I said, "Chuck, there's no need to curse." He said, "Shut up, you douche." And I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Don't make me run, I'll kick your head off." And I said, "No, sir." He said, "Why are you living in the middle of nowhere?" And I said, "Because they took my soul from me, Chuck." You know what he told me? He said, "Get over it, you p***." So I came home. I flew back into Los Angeles. When I got in, I realized, you know what? I'm in my 50s now. I can't do this anymore. I'm not a freestyle runner anymore. But try as I might, as much as they took from me, I can't turn my back on the sport. I have too much love for it. I may not have the skill to do it anymore, or the body to do it anymore, but I still have the love. So I did the next best thing. Those who can do, those who can't teach. I wanted to give back to the community, to the world that I gave birth to.
All right, man, we're about to show the world here. We're coming up, we're about to show the world just what the world of freestyle running truly is capable of. But you see, I don't want to go too hard. I don't want to go too good. I don't want to make everybody in the world say, "Whoa, this guy can't be topped," and they wash their hands of freestyle running altogether and they walk away and they're done. No, see, I want to give the kids a glimmer of hope. I want to show them, yeah, Sebastian Abdollah Kumar Smith is the greatest, but maybe, just maybe if I work hard enough, after 10 to 15 years of dedication, maybe I could be almost that good. Maybe. So I'm going to go out there, I'm going to show you I'm probably going to go maybe like 50%, maybe 60% of truly what I'm capable of. So we're going to show the world how great I am, but not as great as I can be.